morning, the world gives you the same gift, 24 fresh hours. Yet some people use those hours to build powerful lives, while others slowly fall behind. The difference is not luck, talent, or background. The difference is how they begin their day. Most people wake up tired, distracted, and already behind. They rush into the day, reacting to problems, notifications, and other people's priorities. But the people who stay ahead in life understand a powerful secret. The morning is not just the start of a day, it is the command center of your future. When you learn how to wake up powerful, you stop living by accident and start living with intention. You train your mind before the world tries to control it. You move your body so your energy rises. You remind yourself of your purpose. Design your priorities and invest in growth before distractions appear. These simple but disciplined actions transform an ordinary morning into the foundation of an extraordinary life. Because the truth is simple: if you win the morning, you begin to win the day, and when you win enough days, you begin to win your life. The way you begin your morning determines the quality of the life you experience. Every day is like a fresh field waiting to be cultivated, and the first moments after you wake up are the seeds you plant into that field. Many people wake up without awareness, drifting from sleep directly into distraction. They check their phones, react to messages, and allow external voices to shape their mood before they even understand their own thoughts. This pattern slowly trains the mind to live in reaction rather than intention. When you start your day reacting to the world begins to control you. But when you start your day with awareness and purpose, you take control of the direction your life is moving. Winning the morning is not about simply waking up early. It is about waking up with authority over your time, your mind, and your focus. The morning hours carry a special kind of quiet power. While the world is still calm and most people are still asleep, your mind has the space to think clearly. In that quiet moment, you can decide the tone of the entire day. Instead of rushing into chaos, you step into the day with preparation. That preparation builds confidence. When you know you have already invested in your mindset before the day begins, challenges lose their ability to intimidate you. A powerful morning gives you momentum. Momentum is one of the most valuable forces in life because it pushes you forward even when motivation fades. When you start the day with discipline, your mind enters a rhythm of productivity. You become proactive instead of passive. You begin to lead your responsibilities instead of being overwhelmed by them. This is why people who consistently succeed are often people who respect the early hours of the day. They understand that every morning is a fresh opportunity to strengthen the habits that build their future. Winning the morning also builds personal confidence. When you keep the promise to wake up intentionally and invest in yourself before the world demands your attention, you prove something to your own mind. You prove that you are capable of discipline. Every time you honor that commitment, your self-respect grows. Over time, that quiet confidence becomes part of your identity. You begin to see yourself as someone who takes control of life rather than waiting for circumstances to improve. Purpose is the force that transforms an ordinary morning into a powerful one. A person without purpose struggles to find energy. They wake up asking what they have to do instead of remembering why they exist. When the reason behind your actions is unclear, even simple tasks feel heavy. But when you wake up with a clear vision of your purpose, your energy changes immediately. Purpose fuels discipline. It gives meaning to effort. It reminds you that every action today is connected to a greater destination in your future. Vision is the ability to see beyond the present moment. It allows you to imagine the life you are building even before it fully appears. When you wake up with vision, your mind becomes focused on creation rather than limitation. Instead of worrying about obstacles, you begin to think about possibilities. Vision pulls you forward when comfort tries to hold you back. It reminds you that your current situation is only a chapter, not the final story. People who live without vision often drift through life. They move from one day to the next without clear direction, hoping that opportunity will appear by chance. But those who wake up with purpose understand that opportunity is often created through preparation and intention. Every morning becomes a meeting with your future. It is a moment to remind yourself who you are becoming and why your actions today matter. When purpose becomes the center of your life, Procrastination loses its power. You no longer delay important work because you understand the cost of wasted time. Time becomes precious because it is directly connected to the fulfillment of your mission. Each morning becomes a reminder that life is not meant to be lived randomly but intentionally. The clarity of purpose strengthens your discipline, sharpens your decisions, and aligns your daily actions with the long-term vision you carry inside your mind. The mind is the control center of your entire life. Every decision you make, every action you take, and every habit you develop begins first as a thought. Because of this, the way you manage your mind at the beginning of the day determines how the rest of your day unfolds. Many people wake up and immediately allow the outside world to invade their thinking. They check their phones, read alarming headlines, or scroll through endless opinions before they have even gathered their own thoughts. Without realizing it, they surrender control of their mental environment to distractions, fear, comparison, and noise. When the world controls your mind early in the morning, your thinking becomes scattered. Instead of operating with clarity, you start the day reacting emotionally to whatever information reaches you first. Stress begins to shape your mindset before you have even taken a moment to breathe. This reaction-based pattern slowly weakens your ability to think with purpose. It trains the brain to chase urgency instead of focusing on what truly matters. Powerful individuals understand the importance of protecting their minds in the early hours of the day. Before they allow outside voices to influence their thinking, they first direct their own thoughts. They decide what deserves their attention and what does not. This deliberate mental discipline creates clarity. It strengthens focus. It reminds the mind that it is not a victim of circumstances, but a creator of direction. When you control your mind first thing in the morning, you establish authority over your emotions. You decide whether fear or confidence will lead your day. You decide whether you will approach life with doubt or determination. This conscious choice gives you an advantage because your thinking remains steady even when challenges appear. Problems do not disappear, but your ability to respond wisely becomes stronger. Your words also play a powerful role in shaping your mindset. The things you repeatedly say to yourself become the beliefs your mind begins to accept as truth. If your internal conversation is filled with negativity, your confidence slowly weakens. But when you speak with belief and conviction about your abilities and your direction, your mind begins to operate with greater strength. This is why intentional self-talk is an important part of mental leadership. You are reminding your mind of who you are and what you are capable of achieving. Mental clarity in the morning allows you to think creatively, solve problems more effectively, and approach your responsibilities with confidence. Instead of rushing into the day overwhelmed by external pressure, you step forward with awareness and control. Your thoughts become organized, your focus sharpens, your decisions become more deliberate because your mind is not crowded with unnecessary noise. Another powerful way to awaken your potential each morning is through movement. The human body was designed for activity, not stillness. When you first wake up, your body and mind are transitioning from rest into awareness. Movement helps accelerate this transition. It signals to your brain that it is time to activate energy, focus, and alertness. Even simple physical activity can transform the way you feel and think. Movement increases blood flow throughout the body, delivering oxygen and nutrients to the brain. This process improves concentration and mental clarity. When your body begins to move, your brain also begins to function more efficiently. The fog that often lingers after sleep starts to disappear, replaced by sharper thinking and greater awareness. Physical movement also influences your emotional state. Exercise stimulates the release of chemicals in the brain that elevate mood and reduce stress. This means that even a short period of activity in the morning can help you begin the day with a stronger and more positive mindset. Instead of carrying tension into your responsibilities, you carry energy and enthusiasm. Beyond the physical benefits, movement strengthens discipline. When you choose to activate your body early in the day, you are sending a message to yourself that comfort does not control you. You are proving that action is stronger than laziness and that commitment is stronger than excuses. This small victory builds momentum. It creates a pattern of self-control that carries into other areas of life. Energy creates more energy. When you start the day moving, you naturally become more productive. Your body feels alive, your mind feels alert, and your willingness to take action increases. This physical activation prepares you to face the day with strength, confidence, and determination, reinforcing the connection between a disciplined body and a focused, empowered mind. Every successful life is guided by clear direction. Without direction, effort becomes scattered and time slips away without meaningful progress. Many people begin their day without deciding what truly matters. They jump from task to task, responding to emails, messages, and unexpected demands without any clear sense of priority. At the end of the day, they often feel exhausted, yet they struggle to identify what meaningful progress they actually made. Activity filled their schedule, but intention was missing. Designing your day with clear priorities changes this entire pattern. Instead of allowing circumstances to dictate how your time is used, you begin the day with a deliberate plan. Planning your day means identifying the actions that move your life forward rather than simply keeping you busy. Not every task deserves equal attention. Some actions produce lasting results, while others only create the illusion of productivity. When you define your priorities early in the morning, your mind becomes focused on purpose rather than pressure. You know exactly what needs to be accomplished and why it matters. This clarity reduces stress because you are no longer trying to juggle endless responsibilities at once. Instead, your attention moves toward the few tasks that truly shape your progress. Powerful individuals understand that time is one of the most valuable resources they possess. Once a moment passes, it cannot be recovered. Because of this, they treat their schedule with great respect. They decide in advance where their energy will go, making sure that their best focus is invested in the activities that create meaningful growth. By doing this, they prevent distractions from stealing hours that could have been used to build their future. A clear daily plan also strengthens discipline. When you know exactly what you must accomplish, it becomes easier to resist the temptation of procrastination. The mind stops searching for excuses because the direction is already defined. You move from one important action to the next with intention and confidence. Planning your day also improves decision-making. When unexpected challenges appear, you are better prepared to evaluate them. You can ask yourself whether the situation deserves your immediate attention or whether it should wait until your most important responsibilities are completed. This ability to protect your priorities keeps you focused on progress rather than constantly reacting to urgency. Clarity also builds momentum. Each completed task reinforces your confidence and motivates you to continue moving forward. Progress becomes visible, and that visible progress fuels determination. Instead of feeling overwhelmed by the size of your goals, you begin to see how daily action gradually turns vision into reality. Another powerful habit that keeps people ahead in life is the commitment to continuous growth. Learning is not limited to classrooms or early stages of life. The most successful individuals treat every day as an opportunity to expand their knowledge, sharpen their skills, and strengthen their understanding of the world around them. They understand that growth compounds over time, and even small improvements made consistently can transform their future. When you dedicate part of your morning to learning, you are investing in the most valuable asset you possess, your mind. Information expands your awareness and introduces you to new ideas that can reshape the way you think. These ideas influence your decisions, your creativity, and your ability to solve problems effectively. The more knowledge you acquire, the more capable you become of recognizing opportunities that others might overlook. Consistency is the force that turns small habits into extraordinary results. Anyone can feel inspired for a short period of time, but lasting success belongs to those who remain committed even when motivation fades. Consistency builds strength through repetition. Each day you repeat a positive habit, it becomes easier and more natural. Over time, these habits form a powerful structure that supports your goals. Daily growth also strengthens confidence. When you commit to learning and improvement, you begin to see yourself as someone who is constantly evolving. Challenges no longer feel threatening because you know you are expanding your abilities. Instead of fearing change, you become prepared for it because your knowledge and experience are increasing. Small efforts repeated consistently create momentum that is almost impossible to stop. A few pages of reading each day eventually become entire libraries of knowledge in your mind. A few moments of reflection become deeper wisdom and insight. A few disciplined actions repeated every morning slowly reshape your identity into someone who leads life with intention, awareness, and continuous progress. A powerful life is never created randomly. It is built through the quiet discipline of daily habits, especially the habits that shape the beginning of your day. When you choose to wake up with intention, you take ownership of your time instead of letting time control you. You start by mastering the morning, understanding that those early hours determine the direction of your thoughts, your energy, and your decisions. When you wake up with vision and purpose, your day stops feeling like a list of obligations and starts feeling like a mission. Purpose gives meaning to effort and removes the confusion that often leads to procrastination. It reminds you that every action you take today is connected to the future you are building. Controlling your mind early in the morning protects your focus. Instead of allowing the noise of the world to shape your thinking, you choose clarity, confidence, and direction. Your thoughts become intentional, and that intention strengthens the way you approach every challenge that appears throughout the day. Activating your body through movement wakes up your energy and sharpens your focus. Physical activity signals to your mind that the day has begun and that you are ready to engage with life actively rather than passively. Energy begins to flow, and that energy fuels productivity, creativity, and resilience. Designing your day with clear priorities keeps you moving forward instead of running in circles. When you know what truly matters, you spend less time reacting to distractions and more time making meaningful progress. Your actions become aligned with your goals, and your time begins to work for you rather than against you. And when you commit to daily learning and consistent growth, you create an advantage that compounds over time. Small improvements repeated every day gradually transform your mindset, your skills, and your opportunities. What begins as a simple habit eventually becomes a powerful force that pushes your life further ahead than you once imagined. Waking up powerful is not about perfection, it is about commitment. It is about showing up every morning ready to take control of your mind, your energy, and your direction. Over time, these disciplined mornings become the foundation of a life that stays ahead, grows stronger, and moves steadily toward purpose.